Let's switch gears and turn to meteorologist Cedric Haynes here in the studio as we take a live look outside right now. And we're looking ahead to tonight and what we could see with some stormy weather conditions. Cedric.
Yes, Latrice, and things are starting off calm for now, but don't be fooled. We are going to be keeping our eyes out on storms developing to our west and how they may impact us later on tonight. But for now, let us enjoy the quiet concerns that we have out there now with the blue sky trying to peek through those clouds. 74 degrees currently in Chattanooga, but look at that dew point at 57. So a very juicy air mass already underway, and that storm system is still well to our west. And notice those winds already picking up out of the south-southeast, sustained at around 18 to 20, but we're seeing gusts higher than that at times as we go throughout this afternoon. So here's a look at the numbers in your neighborhood. Again, it's already 77 degrees in Athens, 71 in Blue Ridge, 69 in Murphy, 73 in Dalton, 74 in Chattanooga, 70 in Altamont, and 73 degrees in Fort Payne. We're kind of in that warm sector right now. That is the area between the cold air mass to the west and the warm air that's building in from the south. And so we've got kind of an unstable atmosphere, but there's nothing to really trigger any storms right now. That trigger, which is the cold front, is still way out here towards the west, and we've got to wait for that to arrive, which will not be until much later tonight. But I do want to show you ahead of that system, we are seeing some of the deeper moisture. Everywhere you see kind of shaded in green, that's the area where we have dew points that are above 60. So you can see some of that deeper moisture out of the Gulf of Mexico already beginning to build to the north in areas that are already seeing that deeper moisture from Jackson up towards Memphis. That's going to be kind of the prime zone where we're going to probably see widespread severe weather later on this afternoon as that cold front moves in, helps to pick up that moisture, and it squeezes out in terms of those bigger thunderstorms. So let's take a look at things on radar, and you can already see some of those storms forming. Again, here we are in Chattanooga as we look way out to the west, crossing over the Mississippi River. That's where we have the storms ongoing this morning, and they're stretching up from northeast Texas up through Arkansas and into southern Missouri. But we do expect this area to grow in intensity and coverage, especially down here towards the south, where we could likely see some of those tornadoes breaking out later today. Again, that's still going to be well off to our south and west. So here's the overall big picture look at the outlook, and you can see a level 1 out of 5 risks here across most of the Tennessee Valley. But notice as you get towards Memphis and Jackson, that's when you got a level 3 and 4. So that's going to be your prime zone during the day today. And then as this activity moves our way later on tonight, it will be weakening, but there's still a chance that we could see some strong gusty winds as a weakening line of storms kind of builds in across the area. So we'll be watching that for you closely as we go throughout the evening and late night hours. So here's how it times out on Futurecast. Again, can't rule out an isolated shower with this southerly flow as we go throughout the afternoon. It's going to be very warm. It's going to turn humid out there as well with that deeper moisture beginning to build into the area. But overall, dry for most of us. Same thing going throughout the evening hours. No major weather concerns expected across the area. But notice as we look at Futurecast here around 11 o'clock or so, we may start to see some of those storms approaching from the west. And I do think they'll start to build into the area as we go into the midnight and just after time frame. Notice around 1 a.m. on Thursday morning, we've got those storms now making their way from Dayton through Chattanooga and back down through Fort Payne and northeast Alabama. And then watch as they build in across the rest of the area. Notice the intensity of these start to weaken a little bit, but still some pockets of moderate to heavy rain, maybe some gusty winds as it builds on through, as it makes its way in while we're sleeping. So it's going to be some great sleeping weather tonight. And look at this, by Thursday morning, 6 a.m., I think the brunt of that activity is off to our east, minus a few leftover showers. And then as we go throughout the day on Thursday, we'll start to clear things out. So Thursday afternoon is looking great after we get past that morning rain, and Friday is looking pretty good as well. As far as rainfall totals go, we're looking at about 1/4 to 1/2 inch on average. This is a fast-moving system, so I'm not expecting this rain to hang around too long. And then notice as we go into your Easter weekend, if you're trying to make some plans for Easter, it's going to be overall mild. Temperatures starting off around 50 with temperatures climbing to near 70 in the afternoon. There could be an isolated shower, but I think the better chance of rain will actually be on Monday, or on Saturday, I should say, as we'll have a complex of storms trying to drop into the area. So here's your Storm Alert 7-day forecast. Windy, mainly dry this afternoon, 83 for your high. Watching those strong storms overnight, but then notice as we get into your Thursday and the Friday, mainly dry. Next chance of storms on Saturday.